Marine animals make up the largest part of all life on Earth. Therefore, it's understandable that there are daily fights between species and even within the same species. From an octopus being attacked by a moray eel to a seal using an octopus to attack a man, you haven't seen anything yet. Killer whale versus sperm whale. Orcas, or killer whales, are known to travel up to 100 miles in a single day, scouring the ocean in their never-ending search for food. They're right up there with sperm whales, the world's largest and most lethal mammals. However, these very orcas are on the verge of colliding with a swarm of sperm whales the size of school buses. Killer whales, or whale killers as they were originally known, have a well-documented history of hunting in packs. They're very effective hunters and will target specific prey before working together to separate it from its group and make the kill. Regardless of the origin of the term killer whale, the whales have been documented as successful hunters for centuries, and their hunting strategies have been observed and documented. They're highly intelligent and have a well-coordinated hunting strategy that makes them formidable predators. Though they have no chance of outrunning their predators, sperm whales retaliate with their own underwater sonic weapon. They make a series of loud, resonating clicks louder than any creature on Earth. These defensive clicks are even more deafening than a gunshot. Their defensive strategy is effective, and the orcas decide to retreat after reconsidering their planned attack. Orca versus 7-gill shark. Orcas in South Africa and New Zealand have developed a taste for 7-gill sharks in recent years. If orcas continue to hunt them in larger numbers, this behavior could have a significant impact on the local 7-gill shark population, leading to a decrease in their numbers. Orcas can grow to be much larger than the 7-gill sharks, reaching lengths of up to 9 meters, whereas 7-gill sharks typically grow to be 1.5 to 2. Orcas have a distinct black and white coloring, whereas 7-gill sharks have a mottled gray and brown coloring. When attacked, the 7-gill shark turns towards the orcas, but they rarely avoid being devoured. The orca will swat it with its powerful tail before ripping off its pectoral fin. A way to go. Grouper versus lionfish. Lionfish are undeniably beautiful, with their vibrant stripes and graceful fins. Their appearance in Caribbean waters, however, has had disastrous consequences for native marine life. This rare video of an epic battle between a grouper and a lionfish is both tense and strangely beautiful, though. The lionfish has become a major issue in the Caribbean, where their population has exploded since they were introduced in the 80s. This is because they're a non-native species with no natural predators in the Caribbean. They can outcompete native fish for food and habitat, and as a result they have wreaked havoc on the local coral reef ecosystems, and their population's on the rise. It's almost as if you're watching a nature documentary unfold in front of your very eyes. The grouper is valiantly defending its territory from the venomous intruder, but meanwhile the lionfish darts around at breakneck speed. Its striped body is shimmering in the sunlight and making it difficult to really track. As the battle continues, the viewer is mesmerized by the strange beauty of it all. Battle is not that violent though, but the grouper has clearly gotten under the skin of its intruder, getting it to flee. Give scientists hope that lionfish will become much more manageable where they're at. Loggerhead sea turtle versus man o' war. The Portuguese man o' war, a jellyfish relative, is an assembly of numerous cooperating organisms known as polyps that breathe, reproduce, feed, and survive within a single gelatinous body. Its venomous tentacles can reach lengths of up to 50 feet and are a lethal trap for many sea creatures, even posing a threat to humans who become entangled in them. Some small creatures, such as the man o' war fish, are only partially immune to the venom and must rely on their small size and agility to avoid the stinging tentacles. This fearsome man o' war, however, is not without foes. The young loggerhead turtle is one of its most notable adversaries. Skin of the turtle is thick enough to resist penetration by the man o' war's stingers and venom, although scientists are unsure of how turtles protect their eyes and mouths from the venom. Their resistance to the man o' war's venom allows them to turn this dangerous sea creature into lunch. In this instance, it's loggerhead sea turtle 1 and man o' war 0. I wonder if the sea turtle always wins these fights. Moray eel versus octopus. Moray eels are underappreciated ocean predators, with a fearsome double set of jaws that makes their bites extraordinarily dangerous. First set of teeth angles backwards, making it difficult for prey to flee. Then they have a second set that allows them in gripping and crushing their prey. Engaging with such a formidable opponent is a terrifying prospect for any creature. However, there have been reports of an octopus invading a moray eel's territory, and the result is typically a one-sided confrontation. A deep-sea camera once captured a skirmish like this, and as soon as the octopus spots the eel, it shoots ink, seemingly unaware of the impending danger. This startles the eel for a moment, but it quickly recovers and attacks the octopus, seizing 2 of its arms. The octopus, faced with a desperate situation, self-amputates its caught limbs and attempts to escape the eel chasing it. To protect itself from attack, it adjusts its coloring to blend into the environment and fights back by blocking the eel's nostrils. This boldness results in both creatures surviving. You just can't help but feel that the eel was probably the winner here. Octopus versus mantis shrimp. An octopus is out looking for food as it does every day. Nearby, a mantis shrimp is doing the same. The ocean crustacean seems like an easy meal for the larger octopus, but you'd have to wait and see. Mantis shrimp could easily be considered a favorite species in the grand scheme of nature and evolution. These small animals have a unique combo of power and defenses that no other creature on the planet possesses, making them formidable ocean warriors. The mantis shrimp initially attempts to flee, but the octopus is relentless in its pursuit. When trapped in its burrow, the mantis shrimp realizes it must defend itself. The mantis shrimp performs a display known as a mural spread as a warning signal of the fierce fight that's going to follow. Undaunted, the octopus continues its approach, which is when the mantis shrimp steps in. It wields its hammer-like claws with lightning speed, delivering a crushing blow that sends the octopus reeling. Even as the octopus retreats, the warrior mantis shrimp seeks to reassert its dominance. It delivers another punishing blow, forcing the octopus to drag itself away from the indomitable mantis shrimp. Shark versus moray eel. Out in the ocean, an unlikely toss-up's about to go down. White-tipped shark has decided to tussle with a moray eel. Who's gonna win? Well, white-tipped sharks are typically larger than moray eels, reaching an average length of about 3.3 feet, whereas moray eels reach an average length of about 4.9 feet. White-tipped sharks are also peaceful, whereas moray eels can be aggressive and territorial. This shark decided to go looking for trouble, and actually there's more than one white-tipped shark in this scene. One of them gets too close to the moray eel that we're now gonna call Randy. Randy warns his shark opponent by giving him one bite followed by another. Shark seems to realize he's in danger and swims off. Then the same shark or another tries their luck. This time Randy's had enough and attacks. He latches onto a pectoral fin of the shark and shakes violently. A grouper swims up to see what all the commotion's about and other sharks, and in the distance we see Randy still latched on. Don't think he's letting go. Octopus versus shark. The giant Pacific octopus, which in this case lives in a massive aquarium tank, may appear to be a delightful sight to the people who come to see it. They do, however, share this tank with spiny dogfish sharks. They're voracious predators known to supplement their traditional fish diet with the occasional octopus. The octopus, with its ability to camouflage and formidable strength, is expected to deter these predators, or at the very least retreat to a nearby crevice. Despite the shark's razor-sharp spines and intimidating rows of teeth, the octopus is not in danger. On the contrary, the roles are completely flipped. The giant Pacific octopus emerges as the dominant force in this underwater competition in an astonishing turn of events. The aquarium tank becomes a scene of survival of the fittest, with dogfish carcasses found at the bottom on a regular basis. This unexpected outcome forced the aquarium staff to reconsider their understanding of the octopus, realizing that the real threat in the tank was from it, not to it. The predator had become prey, demonstrating that eliminating a threat is one of the most effective defenses against it. Octopus versus crab. The blue-lined octopus, which is about the size of a baseball, appears fragile and delicate, but it employs extraordinary survival strategies due to its short lifespan of 7 months. Its bright neon blue color serves as a deterrent to potential predators like a prowling sea snake. The octopus's first line of defense is its superior camouflage abilities, and it can rapidly change not only its color but also the texture of its skin to blend in with its surroundings. The octopus's bite contains venom that's 1,000 times more toxic than cyanide in humans and can cause fatal respiratory failure in mere minutes. While it protects itself from larger predators, the blue-lined octopus is also a predator, hunting small fish and crustaceans. Despite its vulnerability to potential counterattacks, it subdues its prey through surprise and agility. It delivers a toxic bite to a crab's pincers while using its dexterous tentacles to restrain them. This tiny octopus exemplifies how even the smallest creature shouldn't be trifled with. Once it gets you, it's all over. Seal versus man with octopus. We kept the best for last today. This is one of those times where the victim becomes the hero at the local bar. This story's how a seal messed up with the wrong person since he's supposed to mess with other sea creatures. A group of kayakers were out enjoying the day out on the water when something happened which they're still talking about. Out of nowhere, a seal appeared, but this seal was armed with an octopus and proceeded to slap one of the kayakers right through the face with an octopus. You heard that right though. No bat or even a small fish, but rather just a fully grown and very confused octopus. We're not sure who was the most surprised, man being slapped or the octopus. Thankfully, the person who was slapped was amused by the unusual attack, and so were his mates rowing nearby. Thank you all for watching, and see you all next time.